Get fully booked without even trying. I know that sounds like the dream, and I'm not about to give you a load of gimmicks. Really, I do want to talk about how you can get the results you want in your business, which is, perfect, consistent clients, without it feeling like so much effort all of the time. Maybe you are starting to feel like there's some burnout coming, and it's not because you're failing. Actually, it's because you're just trying so hard to succeed. In this video, I'm going to share the 3 changes I made in my business, right? Which really shifted how I was striving for everything. And in the end, that consistency, those clients started to come to me instead. My name's Lydia Kimmerling. If you're new here, welcome. I'm a master life coach and a business mentor. I have been helping women for 15 years to really reach their goals in business. And now I specifically focus on helping you scale to 6 figures using a strategy, my 30 leads in 30 days strategy. But this is different to all that other noise on the internet, because I'm not here to sell you a strategy which is about pressure and performance and rushing everything. I have been burnt out. I have tried all the things. And now what I've realized is that if your business is stealing your freedom, if it's stealing your peace, if it's stealing your joy, you haven't built a business. You've built a cage. To start, I'm going to take you back to the beginning of my business. I started in 2010, and the way that I built my business was through hustle. I was doing 14-hour days. I was literally just throwing everything I could out there to make it work. Because in 2010, we did not have all of the resources that you have online now. So I was trying to figure everything out myself. And I'm here today to save you time. I really want to save you time. You can think of me like a time machine. I'm going to time collapse for you because of the experience, the extensive lived experience I have, which has taught me that the style in which I was working then used up way more energy than was necessary, and it wasn't delivering effective results. There's a shift that occurs when you've been doing it for a long time and you get to a point where, you've accomplished some of those big goals. Like, I was on TV, I was on the stages, I was in the press, magazines, BBC, TEDx. But I suddenly realized that to sustain that meant continued pushing. Push. And you get to a point where you just know that it's not realistic and it's not sustainable. Now, when I talk to you about trying, I know that you're not lazy, right? You're not here because you actually don't want to do any work. And if that is you, I'm not for you. This isn't the channel for you, because I'd be lying to you to say you can have a business that doesn't require any work. You like working. You enjoy that feeling of accomplishing. But we need to define the difference between efforting, and trying. In this situation, every business requires effort, and a smart business is putting in the right effort with the right strategy. A lot of women that I meet who are high achievers, ambitious, like me, are in a state of trying that it actually comes from a place of lack. And really what's going on underneath the surface is the reason you're trying so hard is because there's a belief underneath the surface that success is going to make you more valuable. Success is going to make you worthy. Now that kind of trying, it's thirsty. It's really thirsty, but your thirst is never quenched. And that's a pattern that I was stuck in. I was so thirsty for success that I was willing to literally put all my effort and all my energy in, to the point that it had taken everything from me. Now, here's the shifts, because I want you to be in business for a long time. I want for your business to be sustainable. That's what you want. You want a sustainable, steady, easier business, right? Now, to do that, you've got to know what race you're in. You are not in a sprint. You're not in a sprint. You're in a marathon. And you need to approach it like a marathon. And for it to be a marathon, I had to make these 3 changes. All right, number 1 is what I call an energy audit. What I did was I looked at all the stuff that I was doing. And to be honest, I was doing in a crazy amount. I was doing everything that the internet told me to do. Post every day, newsletter, blogging, all the channels, speaking, networking. I was just doing it all. And so I did an energy audit, and I looked at, well, what is actually creating results? And I had to choose the things that were genuinely driving business, and not the things that maybe I just enjoyed doing, or I was doing because somebody else told me to do them. The second change I made, and you might not like this one, is I paused. I really paused. Sometimes the best way to get ahead is actually just to stop. And in that stopping, I was able to breathe and see myself. If you're in the daily running of your business, I'm sure you can relate to this. There's so many hats that you have to wear, especially these days, right? With the social media marketing aspect of it as well, that you can get lost in all the to-dos. So I know you like to be busy, but being busy doesn't actually equal being successful. Pause, breathe, rest for a moment. Number 3 was I needed to use radical clarity, like precision level clarity. I went back and I did the things in my business that I had done right at the beginning, which was revisiting my ideal client, revisiting my positioning, my offer, my messaging, and refining it. Now, what you were using in 2020, 2023, 2024, even last year, it's not going to be good enough. If you are getting inconsistent clients, if the business feels like it's stalled, like it's plateaued, you have to come back and do it again. I know, it's like, oh really? I've done it so many times. Yeah, I would actually say come and do this every year, because every year that you're working with your client, whether you're a personal trainer, a nutritionist, a personal stylist, a coach, you're gaining more data. You're claiming it, right? And you need to use that to refine. So your clarity, your radical clarity has so much value in your business. So of course, every business requires effort. But if you are starting to feel burnt out, it's probably not because you're putting in the right effort, and more because there's such a longing to succeed. You're trying too hard. You're overperforming. So let me know below, is this something that you can relate to? Do you really just want to have more of that flow in your business for it to feel easier? And which step, which change do you think you're going to apply that feels like it really would make a change for you as well? I'd love to hear from you below. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Lydia Kimmerling. So if you want to DM me over there, we can start a conversation. I can tell you more about how I support women just like you in my mentorship, where I help you scale to 6 figures using 30 leads in 30 days strategy. Look forward to hearing from you.